yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate.
Yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate. Yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate.
Any Matajis, right?
Yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate.
Yadrccha-labha-santusto
dvandvatito vimatsarah
samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate.
Yadrccha-labha-santusto dvandvatito vimatsarah samah siddhav asiddhau cha krtvapi nibadhyate.
Word to word meaning: yadrccha, out of its own accord. Labha, with gain. Santustah, satisfied. Dvandva, duality. Atitah, surpassed. Vimatsarah, free from envy. Samah, steady. Siddhau, in success. Asiddhau, failure. Cha, also. Krtva, doing. Api, although. Na, never. Nibadhyate, becomes affected. Translation and purport by during reservation and the Bhakti Prabhupada. Translation: He who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions. Purport: a Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. He is satisfied with gains which are obtained of their own accord. He neither begs nor borrows, but he labors honestly as far as is in his power. and is satisfied with whatever is obtained by his own honest labor. He is therefore independent in his livelihood. He does not allow anyone's service to hamper his own service in Krishna consciousness. However, for the service of the Lord, he can participate in any kind of action without being disturbed by the duality of the material world. The duality of the material world is felt in terms of heat and cold, or misery and happiness. A Krishna conscious person is above duality because he does not hesitate to act in any way for the satisfaction of Krishna. Therefore, he is steady both in success and in failure. These signs are visible when one is fully in transcendental knowledge. Thus in the Bhagavad Gita 4.22, text 22, chapter 4, in the matter of transcendental knowledge. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya-Mano-Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Darati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta-Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saragana-Runatamvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana-Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sakanalita Shri Vishaka-Vidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhunecha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pasha Kadesharane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. How many of you have been attending the 4th chapter for quite some time? We are in the text 22. How many of you attended at least 4? Okay. Nice. This chapter is called Transcendental Knowledge because Krishna is actually revealing his knowledge about absolute truth. It's a very tough topic actually. What was the question asked? Anyone remember? Arjuna asked a question. For that question, Krishna is giving so many answers. We all remember. Anyone remembers what Krishna asked? Arjuna asked as a question? No? First chapter, the 4th chapter, in the beginning, what was this? Basically, Krishna told that this science is not new. I told this science to Sun God. Right? I told this science to Sun God because the science of Bhagavad Gita was lost and I am re-establishing that knowledge to Sun God. And like that, I am actually bringing this in the parampara. I am again telling you this truth because you are my friend. You don't envy me, you are not jealous of me, because of that I am telling you. So after hearing that, what did Arjuna say?
Arjuna was asking, Sun God was born, was billions of years ago, how come you...
Yeah, because you are born along with me, Sun God is superior to you by birth. How do I believe that you actually spoke this to Sun God? For that, Krishna is answering so many things. He started with one thing, the Janma Karma Chme Divyam, my appearance is actually divine. Then the famous sloka, Parisvana Sadhunam, Vinashadasita, all these things came. Then he comes to this shloka. He's saying, now, if someone is a devotee of the Lord, someone who is a Krishna devotee. Normally, Krishna devotee means you will go to the temple. Vishnu temple you go, you are called a Krishna devotee, right? You go to a temple of Krishna, you are called a Krishna devotee, right? If you go to a Shiva temple, you are called a Shiva devotee. If you go to a Ganesh temple, Ganesh devotee. Simple, right? Now, Krishna is telling, if you call yourself Krishna devotee, these are one of the qualifications. What are those? He should be satisfied. What is satisfied means? Trupti. We should not be over-endeavoring, not even over-endeavoring. Here Krishna is telling one should be satisfied with gain which comes on its own accord. That means it should come on its own. If somebody comes and gives you something to eat, you should eat. Otherwise, that food also is not there. And who is free from duality? Duality means what? What is duality? General understanding about duality. Duality means two, right? Hot, cold, winter, summer, sukha, dukkha, misery, happiness, then friends, enemy, day, night. All these things are duality. Krishna is telling he should be free from duality. Whether in the night or in the day, you behave the same. Whether if it's cold or hot, you behave the same. This is not for beginners. Krishna is telling a devotee who has actually come to that stage wherein you can tell, I am a pure devotee of the Lord. This is for all of us, it's just an indication. I have to come to this stage. Where am I? Nowhere near. Right? Imagine this place actually the light goes off, power goes off. Our behavior will be different. Right? We will find it very difficult to sit here. If too many mosquitoes come inside. He is telling you should be free from duality and does not envy. Envy means this fellow actually has become better devotee than me because he has all the facilities. He has a good job, he has a good family, he has a good car. So that is why he is able to follow. So this is actually saying that you should not envy. Who is steady in both success and failure. Normally if somebody tells, your boss comes and tells you, you got a bonus, you got a hike, you become happy. If the boss comes and tells you, nice work you have done, all the way, it's all very great, but you don't get any hike this time. Company performance is not good. You behave differently, right? Or because of that, Matajis who are not working, husband comes and says, this time nothing, no salary for you. Right? So you become sad. So this is actually duality. Either in success or in failure, you behave the same. That means you are indifferent. Understanding? We'll see some examples, then you'll understand this, how this behavior is. It is never entangled. If you behave like this, no matter what activity you do, you will not get entangled. So what does it mean? Because Krishna actually told, any activity you do in this world, you get entangled. Meaning, you do a good activity, you get that good karma. Good karma means you have to enjoy good reaction. You feed some people, they bless you, be happy, something like that. So in the future, they will also feed you. That means you have to come to a situation wherein you will not have food. Only then they can feed you, no. If you have everything, how will they feed you? So this is called karma. So you get entangled. Entangled means, how do you say entangled?
Bind,
right? You are tying some rope or some thread, you are actually taking and doing something, you get entangled. So to remove it is tough. Sometimes you get this mic wire actually, it's all entangled. So to remove it is actually a difficult task. Yesterday Parabrahma who is not here, so he actually helped me remove all these wires. But the microphone did not work. Right, anyway, so that's called entangling. So we get entangled in our life because of this duality. We like something, we don't like something. So we get entangled. Interesting, actually, I saw in a small article. In that it's mentioned, the beginning of the article, if you are interested in this, you continue reading. What was the starting topic was, we are selling a washing machine. You put any clothes, it will tear the clothes apart. Okay? It will give you the rags. The clothes will be shred to rags. we promise you this, please buy my washing machine. How many of you will buy? Anybody here who wants to buy such a washing machine where you put any clothes, it will shred it apart, tear it apart, and then give you all rags. Any clothes you put, right? The second one was like this: invest in this market, invest in this company. 1 year, this company will go bankrupt. We assure you that it will go bankrupt. You invest a lot of money in this. The third one was that actually made sense to me. Then started understanding. This is the condition of our body. The body is going to die one day. No matter how healthy we are right now, someday we will die. Still, we don't realize that. We don't become serious. Right? You see the first example. We know that the washing machine is not going to be useful. Correct? In spite of that, we don't buy that. Stock market, we don't. But body, we are investing so much on the body. You are trying to take care of the body so much. Knowing the body is anyway going to die. Forgetting the soul inside. If you think on a day-to-day activities, how much we spend, how much money, how much time we spend on taking care of the body versus how much time we spend on taking care of the soul, we can know how much we are wasting time on. Right? So this transcendental knowledge is basically for us to wake up. Okay, we have to come to this stage. Wow, so tough. Right? It's not easy, but it is possible, provided we follow the process. We follow the process. So here, Krishna is giving this kind of an example, saying that a Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. He doesn't actually. How many of you are here working outside? Commercial. Okay, very few people. More people actually are depending on others to work. Anyway, so I'm just kidding. So here, that devotee does not even take care of himself properly. One who has come to that stage, we should not imitate. There's a very nice example in the Shastra about Srila Madhavendra Puri. How many of you heard about Madhavendra Puri? Not much. Very good. So Madhavendra Puri is one of the acharyas. So he is the spiritual master of Ishvara Puri. And Ishvara Puri happens to be the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, who came in the form of his devotee. So this Madhavendra Puri was a very exalted devotee of the Lord. Very exalted devotee. He used to be like this. So when he visited the Vrindavan, he went on a parikram. After going to the parikram, he went to Govardhan. And when he went to Govardhan, he reached this place called Govindakund. We celebrated Govardhan Puja 2 weeks back. In that, we actually saw the Govindakund, right? In that, who lifted the Govardhan? Krishna lifted the Govardhan. Who was trying to create the rains? Indra. Very nice. So, after this whole pastime was done, Indra understood I made a mistake. I actually angered my boss, my super boss. So it's very dangerous. I need to go and please him. So Indra went along with Airavat. Airavat, this is elephant. This is very nice elephant. It can actually spray different kinds of water, nectar. Not the Airavat, but this is. Yeah, it's a different animal altogether. It's not an ordinary elephant. And Surbi. Surbi was actually is the cow, right? The Surbi cow. It can actually give nectarian milk. So he took both of them and then somehow made Abhishekam on Krishna. The Surbi cow actually showered milk on Krishna, and Krishna was silently sitting there. He was not angry, but he knew Indra will definitely come. So Indra slowly, first of all, he didn't want to go in front of Krishna directly. So he allowed these two. First Airavat will go and spray water, Krishna will cool down. Then looking at Surbi, because Krishna loves cows. So looking at Surbi, he will become calm. Then I will go behind. Then he will stand. Then looking at Surbi, he will not do anything to me. So things like that, and he went there. And after that, the whole milk, water which was collected, and Krishna and Indra actually cried in front of Krishna. I made a mistake, sorry about that. And Krishna pardon, no problem. I know you are a devotee of the Lord. You are a devotee of Krishna. So that whole thing was collected. That became Govindakund. Then later on, Vajranabha, who is the grandson of Krishna, he installed a deity of Krishna there, and then that Kund was named as Govinda Kund. So this Madhavendra Puri was sitting there. He was not actually interested in taking care of anything. He never used to beg for anything, for even food. He never used to beg. He didn't work. He was always thinking of Krishna and sitting. We know so many of them like that. Tukaram Maharaj in Maharashtra was like that. There are like Purandaradasa was like that. So many people are like that. We should not imitate that situation. We are not nowhere close to that. But we should understand that's the stage we have to come if you want to interact with Krishna. If Krishna has to interact with you, we have to come to that stage. That is what is the shloka talking about. Completely duality is to be removed. But it is possible. We will all come to that stage. So Krishna saw that this devotee Madhavendra Puri is not even actually asking for anything. He was just thinking, sitting and thinking about the Lord. What did the Lord perform here and things like that. Krishna felt so much of affection because Krishna becomes very happy to see such a devotee. Sometimes we say, does God like me? How many of you thought, does God like me? We all think, right, maybe God doesn't like me, he likes my neighbor. See, he got a big car and things like that. So, actually speaking, in the 12th chapter, Krishna explains who he likes more. What are the qualities that a person should have. Then, Krishna says, they are dear to me, they are dear to me, they are dear to me, like that. Let's say in the 12th chapter, we'll come there, we'll not jump right now. So, Krishna was very happy with Madhavendra Puri. He brought milk. He brought milk for Madhavendra Puri so that Madhavendra Puri is happy to take it. And Madhavendra Puri drank that milk. And then Krishna disappeared. He came as a small boy. He drank that in front of Govinda Kund. And then and after that, he found that this milk is not from this world. It's something else. It's somewhere else. Then he realized it's Krishna himself. And he couldn't see Krishna. He thought it's already God. So like that, to come to that stage is not easy. Likewise, we have so many examples in the Shastras of this behavior of being free from duality. And Madhavendra Puri was, in fact, only once. How many have been to this place called Sakshi, not Sakshi Gopal, Shirachora Gopinath? No, not many people. The Shirachora Gopinath is a very nice temple that you'll find in the Orissa belt. This Shira means sweet rice. Chora means thief. Gopinath is Gopinath Krishna. So Madhavendra Puri had a deity of Gopal in Govardhan. And when he visited this Shirachora Gopinath, it was just Gopinath that time, they offered very nice sweet rice. I don't remember the name. Do you people remember the name of that sweet rice? Some nectar, Amrita Keli. What is it called? Amrita Keli? Amrita Keli? Yeah. It's called Amrita Keli there. It's very, very nectarian. We actually had last time, 2018 when we went there. It's so wonderful, the sweet rices. They boil milk so thick with a little bit of rice particles and it's so nice. So when Madhavendra Puri saw this, he actually had a desire saying that if I know the recipe, I can offer it to my Gopal. How nice it will be. Next moment itself Madhavendra Puri thought, what is this I'm thinking? This is supposed to be for Gopinath. And it's not even offered. It's not even, the Goga is not even offered to Gopinath. And I'm thinking of knowing this. And he actually went very bad, left the temple, went and sat in the marketplace somewhere. That day, Gopinath actually stole, when they offered about 12 pots they offered, one pot Gopinath kept it behind him. The deity stole the pot of sweet rice and kept it behind him. And after that, everything was done. The Panda, the priest who was actually worshipping Gopinath, got a dream. Gopinath came in his dream and said, wake up. I actually have stolen one pot of sweet rice. You take this sweet rice pot and go to the marketplace, and my devotee Madhavendra Puri is there. Please go and give it to him. So this priest was stunned. He woke up, took a bath, went behind the altar and saw that behind the deity there was definitely a pot of sweet rice. He was shocked. First of all, deities don't do all these things, but our deity is doing this. So he picked up and went to the marketplace and said, Madhavendra Puri, he started calling. And Madhavendra Puri was sitting there and said, like, yes, I am Madhavendra Puri. Said, Gopinath actually stole a pot of sweet rice for you. Please take it. It's for you. So he took that, and then he was feeling very difficult. The Lord actually stole for me. So that's how the deity name came to known as Kshira Chora Gopinath, one who stole the pot of sweet rice. The deity is there. We should go there. And then he came and then he ate that sweet rice. And after that, since the pot was also stolen by the Lord had touched the pot, he broke the pot to pieces, basically powdered it, and he was eating the powder also every day. Can you do that? Somebody actually gives you sweet rice or gives you very good prasadam, some Tirupati laddu in the packet. Okay, after eating the packet, how the packet is made of? Can you do that? We can't. So we should not imitate this situation. We will come to that stage when you actually are naturally attracted to the Lord, you will actually be able to behave like that. But we should not actually behave that way. We should be very careful. But we should just follow the authorities, our senior devotees, and take guidance from them. So this is actually the instruction the Lord is giving. Madhavendra Puri is an example for this. Right? So such a devotee, we will be wondering how come senior devotees when they become spiritual master, they also do a lot of activities. How is it they are not actually entangled? They also eat food. They also, sometimes watch TV. You'll be wondering, you become a pure devotee, you don't watch TV? They watch TV. They also talk like us. How is it they are not entangled that we get entangled? It's basically because they are free from duality. They are not attached to anything, neither they are detached from anything. Sometimes, what are we attached to? Something which gives us happiness, we are attached now. And something which we don't like, we are detached. To give an example, how many of you like Karela here? Karela. Some people like Karela. Some people, who doesn't like Karela here? Awesome, my company. So imagine they give you Karela sabji, Karela sambar, Karela. Will you feel like eating every day? We won't. We won't, right? We don't like that. So we actually have a little bit of aversion towards something. A pure devotee does not have any aversion for anything. It comes. So how do they behave? Just like all of us are conditioned souls, at least I know what I am. Conditioned souls is always thinking about what is going to give me happiness, or what is going to give me sorrow. So I will always take the path which will give me happiness. At least try. We try only, nothing happens, but then we try to get happiness. But a devotee of this kind does not see what is good, what is bad. He just sees everything, all situations are because of Krishna. Krishna has created this for me, I just accept it. He does not even revolt. Saying that why Krishna is putting me in this condition? Why me? How many people are there? Why me? Right? He doesn't even question that. He just accepts it as Krishna's mercy. Good thing also is Krishna's mercy, bad thing also is Krishna's mercy. In that mentality, he continues. Like, interesting. Anyone here on that platform? It takes time for us to come there. We should not actually imitate them, but at least aspire that I should come to that stage so that Krishna will interact. Krishna does not interact with anyone. We are actually worshipping Damodar. Yashodama is binding Damodar. How much of love she should be having to bind Damodar? It is not actually an easy thing. It's not that Krishna is any small boy. Krishna is worshipped by personalities like Lord Shiva, Brahma, all the devatas and great personalities are worshipping Krishna. Lakshmi Devi and Yashoda Mata is binding him with the rope. That's why Damodar passing. Actually, this Kartik month is a so very important month. It's almost ending in the next 2 days. Tuesday actually we'll have Ras Purnima and end of Kartik month. But we can always continue offering lamps. The Lord accepts. He understands our mood. We want to give opportunity for more souls to serve the Lord. There's a nice story which is there in the Padma Purana. One time there was a Shudra by qualification. But a very sincere, loyal, very honest Shudra. You won't find such kind of Shudras these days. but he was very nice, and he had a wife by name Kalipriya. Name itself is pretty tough, and she always used to nag him, saying that what kind of fellow he is. You kind of people should not even marry. You can't give me anything, and things like that. And she also had a boyfriend. Okay, so one day the boyfriend and this lady actually decided we should actually somehow run away. No point in actually being this. So she cut his throat, who this Sudra's throat, and left him dying. Right? This is not uncommon these days, but in those days it was very rare. That is why it's in the Shastra. So he died. She ran, thinking enough of this fellow, let me go with my paramour. Paramour means boyfriend. So she ran away. So when she ran to the forest, she found that unfortunately a tiger actually had killed her paramour. So she is now neither here nor there. Very unfortunate situation right now. So she felt very sad. She came back home and saw that her husband was dying. He was already dead. So much of blood was there. He is dead, and she started crying like anything. That I made a very big mistake. I shouldn't have done this. Now, what do I do? In the olden days, a single woman is not respected anywhere. These days, it's all fine. Those days were not days when she was feeling very sad and she was crying. I made a big mistake. If I stay here, nobody is going to respect me. So she just left the whole place and ran to another town. So she knew she made a mistake. So she went to the next town. There was a night. There were devotees who were actually offering lamps and flowers to Radha and Krishna. She also joined, and then she asked what is happening. They all said actually this is the month of Damodar. So we are all offering lamps to the Lord Damodar. We are offering flowers. And then they actually offered, she also offered, okay, what is, I'm not going to actually lose anything. So she offered and became a part of that group. Later on, after some years, she died. When she died, because she had actually murdered her husband, Yamadutas came. When Yamadutas came, she was stunned to see this. But then Vishnudutas also came. Those who are servants of Lord Vishnu, they came and said, don't touch her, to the Yamadutas. Since she has actually followed this Kartik month Vrat by offering lamp to Lord Damodar and offered flowers, she is no longer sinful. She is beyond all sins. She is now property of Radha and Krishna. And that's how they took her to Vaikuntha. So we are providing these opportunities for everyone. We also actually are offering lamp. This story is there in Padma Purana. The story cannot be wrong. Right? So fortunate we are. We don't realize we are just thinking on lamp we are offering, we are singing something and going. No, actually the Lord is watching all of us. So this story is there in Padma Purana, right? Now, how many of you went to the Yatra? Went for the Yatra? Vrindavan Yatra? You went to Vrindavan Yatra? We will all get a lot of realizations when we go for the Yatra. It's a great opportunity to be in the Yatra. Why do we go to the Yatra? Anyone knows why do we go to the Yatra? We should all go to the Yatra at least once a year, if not more. Association. Yes, we get association. But much more than association,
Hear the pastime.
Hear the pastime, see the places where the pastime actually took place. We are actually talking about this. If you go to that place, we have heard how Shukadeva Goswami actually gave the Bhagavatam class to Parikshit Maharaj and things. We went to the place where Shukadeva Goswami actually gave that, and we see that, oh, that place exists. That means Bhagavatam cannot be wrong. So that faith increases. More than that, I was just talking to a few devotees yesterday. Let me give you a very practical example. How many of you come here regularly, at least 4 times a week, month? Okay? How many of you know all the switches here, which switch to put for which fan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5, 6, okay, 7. You all know. How is that you all know and others don't know that? You are doing it, you are actually practically doing seva. When you practically do seva, you start understanding what is what. Right? Similarly, when you go to the yatra, you actually going and seeing these different temples, different places. Because these places called dham are the places where Krishna did pastimes, and they are not different from the spiritual world. We all want to go to Vaikuntha. But these are actually the Vaikuntha which is visible for us, for our eyes. So you become familiar with this Vaikuntha. It's not like a world trip. Europe, done. Next week, okay. France, okay, done. So we put all this tick, 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 done. That's the world tour. This is not like that. If the spiritual world is going to be this, it's better that we go every year and see that. There are some devotees who exactly know. In fact, they sit here and then do parikram. They know if you go like this for 1 kilometer, then I get the Danakeli comedy pastime or the Danakeli pastime. And after that I take a right turn, I go like this, I get Mansi Ganga. So they have clear understanding about the full yatra route. They can know it. They can really know it because they have been going every year. And especially when you go with spiritual masters like Sripad Radha Maharaj or any other sannyasis, so they explain those pastimes, you hear those pastimes, it becomes familiar in your heart. Then when you should not think about, okay, this year I've gone, next year I don't have to go. Every year you have to go. Then Krishna actually sees that, oh, you're coming every year, then you are ready to come here. Come over, home. Right? Some people who actually go every year, 10 years, 12 years, they are like very fortunate. They're really fortunate. So we should pray to the Lord and go. Then you become familiar. Just like when you come here and do this seva, and you actually do cleaning and things like that. Just not here, eat and go. Do some seva, something you do. So, prasadam, something you do. So then you get, Krishna sees, oh, you are doing seva also. Good, very nice. So you become familiar with that environment. That is how this yatra is. So it's very, very important that we actually visit yatra. So I want to actually give 2 pastimes which we actually saw when we went to the yatra. How many of you been to this place called Ramanreti? Ramanreti, okay. Ramanreti means, Raman means pleasing and Reti means sand. So Ramanreti really means pleasing sands. So how did this come? If you go to the place, you'll find that sand is so fine, not like this sand that comes in from the beach. The beach sand will actually have shells, some little pebbles, like bigger stones and things like that. These Ramanreti sands are so pleasing, so soft. How did it become like this? So we should understand that when Krishna actually came to the Pauganda age, when he was a small kid, about 5 years, 6 years, all the calves, the cows, the children of the cows, the calves were all taken by Krishna, Balaram and all the Gopas, all the cowherd boys. They used to go play with them and they never used to go to the forest. They should be actually close by. So when he came to the Pauganda age, he actually grew up. Yashoda, Nanda Baba said, okay, Nanda Baba had 9 lakh cows. 9 lakh. Nanda Baba said, yeah, tomorrow onwards, you are grown up now, you can take the cows also for grazing. All the cows were so happy, we are going to get association of Krishna now. So they started thinking, how will we serve Krishna? What can we do for Krishna? And things like that. They were just thinking like that. Then and Krishna said, okay daddy, I will actually go from tomorrow onwards. Balaram will also come? Yes, Balaram also will come. All the Gopas will come? Yes, all of them will come. So we'll all go as a group. The cows also will come. You can actually be in the forest, go around and come. Then all the Gopas said, forest path is actually having a lot of thorns. The stones are all pretty heavy and they actually prick the leg. So we should make some chappals kind of thing for Krishna. So Nanda Maharaj said, okay, let's make chappal for Krishna. So they actually called Krishna, come here, they want to take the measurement. Krishna asked, what is that? Why is this? Why is father? What is it required for? He said this is required because there are a lot of stones there, a lot of thorns there, so it will prick your feet. You are not strong enough to actually take the pain of this. That's why we are making these slippers for you. Then Krishna asked, so many cows are there. The cows also will actually have the pins and things. Then you make the shoes for all the cows also. All my friends, all the cows make shoes. And when Nanda Maharaj said 9 lakh cows, they make shoes for all of those little things. No. Cows heard Krishna talking like this, they felt like crying. Nobody actually thought about it. Right? Cows are anyways going to the forest every day. When the cows heard that Krishna is concerned about them also, they all called together. Let's do one thing. Can we all do something different so that Krishna will be comfortable? what they thought was, let's all go tonight. We'll go to the forest with our hoofs. We'll stamp and make all the stones, everything into small sand. They did it overnight. 9 lakh cows went there. They pounded the whole earth and made it into fine sand. So fine sand that it's like talcum powder actually. It's so wonderful. Even if you fall down, you won't get hurt. I think what you went and played. You all rolled. Many of you rolled in the sand. So wonderful it is. We ate also. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Yeah, because Krishna has played there. So when next day when Krishna woke up, the cows were all actually, they didn't sleep, but they were so excited that today Krishna is going to be with us. So they took Krishna, all of them went, chappals were not ready. Krishna said, if you don't give all the cows chappals, I am not going to wear it. So Nanda Maharaj didn't know what to do. First day they all went there. When they saw that, we have never seen this kind of a place. What is this place? And all the Gopas said, yeah, but this is the place we always go. Then all the cows, they were very happy. They were actually dancing up and down with the both dhuli, that's what you call the dust which came up. Then they realized actually this cows actually did this overnight. Then they all felt so happy. Krishna was so happy with the cows. He embraced all of them. That's how the Raman Reddy was formed. And Krishna played there. Every day he used to actually play with the, what you call the covered boys and calves and cows. All of them actually used to just play with Krishna in the area. Acres of just soft sands are there. So that's one of the pastimes that we can go and see that. It's mentioned in the Krishna book, but you can actually go and see and witness it. Then you have faith. Your faith. And if you go frequently, every year you go and see, then you become familiar with that place. Oh, this is there here. So that is one of them. Again on the same day, which is also called the Gopa Ashtami. That's a day actually Krishna actually takes the cow for grazing. Till then only calves. So on the Gopa Ashtami day, Srimati Radharani shows her lotus feet. It is not that on other days like Radhashtami, which is the appearance of Srimati Radharani, she doesn't show her lotus feet. She is extremely humble. She feels that there are many better devotees than me, that I should not show my feet to anyone. That is her mood. It is not that, oh, come, show me, I'll show my feet, take. Even Lakshmi Devi sometimes show her lotus feet, so that you actually can get mercy. Srimati Radharani never shows her lotus feet to anybody. But on Gopashtami day, they decorate her in such a way that you can see her lotus feet and take blessings. What really happened on the day, the Gopashtami day, Srimati Radharani, because all the elders actually went with Krishna, they are told no gopis should go out. They should all stay at home. So Srimati Radharani was asked to stay at home. She couldn't go out. Normally she goes afternoon, after the Gopas are played. Krishna will play with the Gopas in the morning. Afternoon, his party changes. He will go with Srimati Radharani and he will play with Srimati Radharani for some time. Then they have a plan what to do in the night and things like that. So on this day, Srimati Radharani did not come out. So Krishna was wondering what to do. He was getting bored. How much can he actually do with the Gopas? Because Krishna's happiness potency is Srimati Radharani. If Krishna has to be happy, Srimati Radharani has to be next to him. One time Srila Prabhupada was in South Africa when he attended the Darshanarati, when they opened the curtain, Srimati Radharani was at least 7 inches something apart from Krishna. The Prabhupada said, what is this? How did you actually move Srimati Radharani so? Because they were actually not fixed deities, they were moving. They were actually apart for quite distance. Prabhupada said, please close the curtain. They should not be separated more than, you see Radha and Madhav, how close they are. Right? The lotus feet are probably only this much difference. So here they have kept it like this. And Prabhupada said, our whole business will go. The whole world will actually get ruined. Because Srimati Radha and Krishna has to be together all the time. So like that, Krishna cannot live without Srimati Radharani. Same thing with Srimati Radharani. It's Krishna, it's one Supreme Lord. If you ask, is Supreme Lord a male or a female? They are both. Srimati Radharani is actually a female goddess who is actually equal to Krishna. No difference between both of them. So in this case, Krishna was wondering what to do. How do I actually get to meet Srimati Radharani? So Krishna actually thought the only person who can do all these things is Subal. Subal is one of the coward boys who is always with Krishna, a very intelligent boy, and he actually has a face cut like Srimati Radharani. He thought, let me ask Subal. Subal, some more bring Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani's husband, so-called husband, is Abhimanyu. Not the Arjuna Abhimanyu, but a different Abhimanyu. And her brother is Sridham. Sridham doesn't look like Srimati Radharani. Subal looks like Srimati Radharani. Very fair, sharp nose. So, Krishna asks, Subal, do something, get her somehow out. So he says, okay, let me try. So he goes there, he goes to the house, he takes like few caps and goes there and sees, what do I do here? And Srimati Radharani's mother-in-law's name is Jatila. So Jatila says, if Subal is coming here, there is some trick these guys are doing. So I should be very careful. So she shuts all the doors, all the windows and things like that. And sees what to do. Then Subal goes and knocks the door. And Jatila says, what do you want here? He said, no, actually, some of my crabs actually are missing. I wanted to see if they have come inside your house. And Jatila says, no, I don't think crabs came because, no, I saw your house was open, couple of crabs went inside. Because he had already sent some crabs inside. So Jatila says, if you want to come and pick up the crabs and go, let's see. But I want to keep an eye, what are you doing? So Subal goes inside, and after going inside, he goes to the room of Srimati Radharani, and then he gives his clothes to Srimati Radharani and takes Srimati Radharani's clothes and then sits there. And Srimati Radharani dresses up like Subal with a turban, with a dhoti, and takes a cap and keeps it like this so that nobody will know that she's a girl. And they take the cap and comes out and says, I got the cap, I go. And she comes. And then he comes to Krishna. Subal is inside, Srimati Radharani is as a coward boy. She's dressed like a coward boy and she comes out. And then she meets Krishna. Krishna is not able to realize. She thinks it's Subal. Said, Subal, you failed in your mission. You had told me that you get Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani says, as Subal says, yeah, this time I failed. Probably I can get Chandravali. Chandravali is actually a competitor of Srimati Radharani. Many of us may not know. She's a different, cousin of Srimati Radharani who looks like Srimati Radharani. And Krishna actually goes and tells her, I love you so much because you look like Srimati Radharani. Only he can do all these things. He can only worship and pray. So Krishna says, no, nobody can satisfy me like Radharani. I want her only. Then Krishna becomes, says, I want only Srimati Radharani. Then Subal says, what to do this today? There's no way possible to get Srimati Radharani. Krishna says, then he sits morose, he sits down and says, maybe my fortune is not good today. Unless Srimati Radharani comes, I'm not going to get her from this place. Then Srimati Radharani understands Krishna's love. Says, you can't even understand me. I am Srimati Radharani only. I came as Subal. That's all it is. So then Srimati Radharani and Krishna embraced each other and said, thanks for coming. And then they actually continued their pastimes. So that's the only day Srimati Radharani is just like a coward boy. So these pastimes took place there. We went and saw Gopashtami. Remember in the deities in Vrindavan we saw how Srimati Radharani was decorated in a different way. So these pastimes you can see in person in Gopa Yatra. So we should actually plan. It's like going to Krishna's house and asking Krishna. When you go and do a parikrama of the places, you can go and see the different temples and say, come. First time you go, it's like thanking him. Second time you go, you become more familiar, you start understanding the Lord's pastimes, and then you become very familiar with the place. And becoming more and more familiar with Krishna's home, then your mind will all be all the time there only. That's what we should be actually. At the end of our life, we should come to that stage. Right? So, to come to this stage, it's not that simple. But it is possible. Look at this whole Raman lady. leave alone human beings. Even the animals think about how to please Krishna. What can I do for Krishna? So, wherever we go, what do we think? What will please me? Right? When we go to a shop, we buy saris or we buy dhotis or whatever, or pant shirt. We always think about what will look nice on me. Right? Slowly we should change our attitude. What will look nice on Srimati Radharani? What will look nice on Krishna? That's the kind of mentality we should come to. If you go on to the market to see the flowers, what flowers will look nice on Krishna? So that mentality, if we cultivate, then you will come to the stage of completely being detached. This world is nothing much there. So for beginners, this verse is too much. How will I become completely detached from all these things? It's possible. We can come by the grace of Krishna. But to start with, at least we should chant Krishna's name, the Hare Krishna mantra. At least Prabhupada said, at least 16 rounds we should come to that stage. Somewhere we have to start. If you're not chanting at all, at least chant. And at least attend the programs every week. Little will make progress. Then you'll come to a stage. Maya Devi will not leave you. Krishna's energy is very powerful. She has a lot of reasons. Distance, mother-in-law, father-in-law, this person is sick, child is sick, this is sick, that is sick. Material world remains, this is going to be there. But in spite of all those things, we have to make it a point. I will go back to Krishna. That desire is with us. Going back to Krishna is very, very simple. Krishna will take us. But the desire to go back to Krishna is with us. That is very, very good. Aaj nahi, kal. There's a song also, no? Aaj nahi, kal. I don't know what song it is, but I've heard somewhere in the FM. But point is, we should be focused that I want to go back to Krishna this lifetime. So that I will do whatever I can. Keep praying to the Lord. He will create a situation for you. You can actually go to Krishna. Right? Let's stop here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Don't be worried that I will not be able to do it. We'll all come to that stage. Do what is possible for us right now. Any questions? Otherwise, announcement. Yes, Prabhu.